Good morning, students. Today we have to start the new chapter, that is continuity and differentiability. This continuity and differentiability is the most important part of the calculus, and calculus which contains differentiability, applications of derivatives, integrals, applications of integral and differential equation, that is the 50% of the syllabus in class 12th. And now we have continuity and differentiability. As we have done earlier in 11th class, the limit of the function. As you see, when x tends to c, c is any real number, and when we have to substitute this fx, the value of c at this fx, we get equal to c. And limit x tends to c, that is not exactly c, that is near about c. That means we have slightly less than or slightly greater than c, and this limit x tends to c, fx is equal to L. As the limits, as you have do this two types of limits, one-sided limits, that is the left hand limit and the right hand limit. In the left hand limit, we have consider this limit x tends to c negative, that means slightly less than c, and this fx is equal to L. As in right hand limit, when x approaches to c from the right, then this fx, the value of this fx is equal to L. And if this left hand limit and right hand limit both are equal, then the limit of the function exists. And if this left hand limit and right hand limit are not equal, then the limit does not exist. And now, for example, we have this fx is equal to x upon mod x. As you see this, for x is greater than 0, mod of x is equal to x, and therefore we get 1. And if x is less than 0, mod of x is minus x, and therefore we have this minus 1. And it means this function has two parts, when x is greater than 0 and when x is less than 0. And now we have to find the limit at the different number c. And now if c is less than 0, then that is x is sufficiently close to c. When x is less than 0, the function is fx is equal to minus 1. And limit x tends to c negative fx, that means this fx is minus 1 and we get minus 1. And if c is greater than 0, when x is sufficiently close to c, this fx is equal to minus 1. And therefore limit x tends to c positive fx is equal to limit x tends to c, the function is 1, its value is 1. As you see, this minus 1, left hand limit we have minus 1, right hand limit we have 1, and both the values are not equal, and therefore this limit does not exist. And from this graph you can also see when x is less than minus, fx is equal to minus 1 when c is less than 0, and when x is greater than 1, that is greater than 0, we have fx is equal to 1. Both the values are not same, and therefore this limit does not exist. And now we have the theorems on the limits. The first one is a uniqueness, that means if fx, limit x tends to c, fx is equal to L, and limit x tends to c, fx is equal to M, both are equal. And if sum of as limit x tends to c, fx is equal to L, and limit x tends to c, gx is equal to M, then the limit x tends to c, fx plus gx is equal to L plus M. And second one, if we have limit x tends to c, alpha into fx, we get alpha into L, where alpha is any real number. And now the product of limits, that is equal to L into M. And next we have If this limit x tends to c gx is equal to m and m is not equal to 0, then this limit x tends to c 1 by gx is equal to 1 by m. And if limit x tends to c fx is equal to L and limit x tends to gx is equal to m with m is not equal to 0, then this limit x tends to c fx by gx is equal to L by m. And if this limit x tends to c fx is equal to L and L is not equal to 0 and limit x tends to c gx is equal to 0, then this limit does not exist, because in this case you will get undefined term something upon 0, that is infinity, that does not exist. That are the most important theorems. And now we have the important results on the limits. The first one is limit x tends to 0, sin x by x is equal to 1. Limit x tends to 0, tangent x by x is equal to 1. And limit x tends to 0, e power x minus 1 upon x is equal to 1. And limit x tends to 0, a power x minus 1 upon x is equal to log a. And limit x tends to 0, log of 1 plus x by x is equal to 1. And limit x tends to 0, x power n minus a power n upon x minus a is equal to n into a power n minus 1. These are the most important results of limits we have done earlier in 11th class. And now we have two more important results. The first is limit x tends to 0, sin inverse x upon x is equal to 1. And limit x tends to 0, tangent inverse x upon x is equal to 1. And we can prove it very easily by substituting sin inverse x is equal to theta. And change this, you will get the result. Okay.